Good evening, viewers of Voice of Canada. We are again here with you all with a brand new episode of our program, Weekly Talk Show. I'm your host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla. I've got a very charming co-host, Kamini Singh, and a dynamic guest, Marlene Gallyot. She's my longtime friend. Let me tell my viewers, we know each other for over 1.5 decades because we both have done politics and community service together here in Canada under the platform of Federal Conservative Party of Canada. Am I right, Marlene?
That's correct.
So we welcome you to our show. Please introduce yourself that the guests can know you are Marlene Gallyot.
Yes, I am Marlene Gallyot, and I want to first thank you, Mr. Aspi,
Most welcome.
and your co-host, Kamini, for giving me the honor to be here in your show.
Thank you for coming in our show on our invite.
I am so happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Yes, so as we said, I'm the co-host for this program, Voice of Canada, where the host is Asphandiar Wadiwalla, and we have this program. This is a weekly program. Welcome again, Marlene, on our program.
Thank you.
And to start with, I would go for the first question.
Okay.
So the first one is the question that is for you is, would you like to share with the viewers about your political affiliation with our Federal Conservative Party
Someone
of
say
Canada?
you have got a long history. You can say a lot.
I was a member for the Conservative Party for more than
And a candidate
30
too,
years.
let me add.
Yes.
And a candidate on record for MP.
For how long?
So I was with the party for a long time. I was a
She put in
member, a
step, but did not
volunteer,
win.
and then I was given the nomination to run in the riding and the candidate on record for the Conservative Party under the leadership of our Right Honorable Mr. Stephen Harper. So that and I'm still happy to be part of the Conservative Party.
Marlene, inform our viewers the riding which you are nominated to fight the federal elections for Member of Parliament during Stephen Harper's time. Our Right Honorable Stephen Harper. I
Right.
always call him.
Right.
Yeah. And also mention which year, that would help.
She will say everything. She will give the history about it.
Yeah.
Yes, it was actually in 2011. Just because I'd come from a very diverse background. So they had thought maybe Scarborough Rouge River being a very diverse riding, that would have been the right riding for me to contest.
Right.
And I learned a lot from that riding because I met a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it was a nice different perspective on my usual.
That riding has got more demographics of Tamils.
Correct.
Am I right? See?
Yeah.
It's
Because
got
I've done
Tamils.
the door
Yeah.
knocking there, so there are more Tamils.
Tamils, there's people from Afghanistan.
That time when I was docking, I used to meet Tamils.
Really? Yeah, it's a majority
From
and the
both,
Chinese
right?
community.
From Sri Lanka and India, I guess.
That's
So it's a
correct.
mix,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
That's
They are
correct.
from mix.
Yeah.
Yeah. From
That's
India
correct.
also
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
Tamils.
So it was quite an interesting riding, and I
Right.
enjoyed door knocking.
But what
meeting
happened?
people.
Because during those days when you were a candidate, we were pretty sure, because I was watching you, that my friend is contesting from Scarborough Rouge Valley. So she has got chances of winning because our party was in power. Stephen Harper was doing very, very well. The graph was very, very high. We had the majority government in 2011. Am I right?
That's correct.
A landslide victory.
That's right.
So what happened actually? Tell us now. Today, it's many, many years have passed. Okay, who let you down and what happened?
Well, the fact that they just gave me a riding, I didn't live in the riding. I lived in Thornhill in Markham, and I was very familiar at my businesses there, etc. But it just was 1 month. I had just 1 month.
Yeah, the
to go
nomination
there.
was late.
Was
Because
late.
the total campaign, you remember
Yes,
those days, he
yes.
announced only for 35 days.
Correct.
I see.
So in 35 days, only she lost 5 days. But in 30 days, she had in hand.
Yes.
Everybody, every candidate, how we ran from pillar to post in 35 days. I recall.
Right. And on top of it all, they had a very, very badly organized in the way we vote in Canada.
Okay.
So the people, it's a very deep subject to go into, but there was lots of cheating. There was lots of.
But it's increased. That time it was much better.
Yes.
But now the corruption in voting has gone so bad. What
Right.
to tell you?
Right.
I feel ashamed to say even now.
Correct. You're right, Mr. Aspie. You've been very involved with the party, so you are also aware of what goes on.
Yeah.
And, that's a disheartening thing because good candidates like us don't have a chance to succeed.
Now it's the politics of India and Pakistan.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say that.
Yeah.
But at least you were there, like you tried.
Yeah, that
and
was
you
a
were-
She
very
put her foot down.
amazing. It's a
Boldly,
great,
being a lady.
Yeah, of
it
course.
was, it's a good learning experience.
Right.
But as we move forward in today's segment, I will talk more about it.
Oh,
You know,
sure.
But tell
Yeah.
Marlene is out of the format. Tell us, what is your secret? Since 15, 20 years, you look the same.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't find any change in you.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's your lighting, Mr. Aspi. you know, I think it's your lighting, and you know,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay,
If
so
you-
now,
yeah.
Another
You're
question.
charming, of course. Yeah.
Another question from the questionnaire is: as you're a celebrated lady,
oh boy.
quite celebrated, so
Mhm.
we just look at you always. Okay, what you do? Okay, you get all the medals and
Yeah.
whatnot. So
Wow.
tell us about Hobart doctorate you got, and then later on that I remember with Diamond Jubilee Medal Award you got along with me only in the first batch.
Yes.
Mhm.
I
That's
definitely recall
That's
that.
right. I think it was such an honor that not just for myself but also for you.
Congratulations.
you know,
And then we were given by Governor General Canada.
Right.
The
Mhm.
certificate
Yeah.
is from Governor General.
What year was
Uh,
that?
That was 2012.
2012.
Diamond
Too bad.
Jubilee Award of 2012.
So that's amazing because it's all we do a lot of work in the community.
Mhm.
And we volunteered for many just government, non-government organizations, etc. And you know, I got the Diamond Jubilee medal, but
Wow.
I am so excited that you
Mhm.
have the platinum.
I'm a
Oh,
man
okay.
You got the platinum
Uh-huh.
too,
unknown man.
which
So
is kind of I'm
there
so
was
proud and
category that
honored
way,
to know
platinum.
that.
No, I just got the platinum last month,
I
Yeah.
see.
and platinum award has hardly been reached to Ontarians over here.
Mhm.
Right.
Alberta has got, because
Mhm.
Alberta was gracious enough to get those about 7,000. Let me
Mm.
clarify.
Mhm.
Ontario has raised his hand,
Mhm.
but I got from the main secretariat, the
Amazing.
original secretariat of Commonwealth London,
Amazing.
That's
because I
amazing.
had my PR in the secretariat.
Mhm.
Okay.
And when the Secretary General asked the lady, "Okay, can you name people from main leading components of
Mm.
Commonwealth?" So she says, "Okay, first was Canada and your name. Strike me."
Wow.
Oh.
So that's amazing.
So
Mr.
she was kind enough
Aspi,
because
yes.
that woman was my judge for 2 times at
Wow.
our welfare. Well,
Uh-huh.
last time when you were there, she didn't come.
Oh, okay,
She
okay.
didn't, otherwise you would have met her.
Yeah.
She works for the Secretariat
Uh-huh.
at the Commonwealth in London.
Oh, she couldn't make that
She
year,
couldn't
right?
make
Yeah.
it for that
So
year.
that's why we are both very involved with the community. And I
Mhm.
did work with the Rotary Club, and I was one of the founders for the South Indian Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, okay.
I'm a founder for.
You're very diverse things you have done.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a founder for the Ricky Wish Foundation, which I
Mhm.
named after my late brother.
I see.
So I do a lot of charity, especially for the orphans, abused women, and children,
Mhm.
and for underprivileged children, and a lot in India.
Oh, you do
And I was
support,
recognized
yeah.
in India by the university, and I
Uh-huh.
was given the honorary doctorate.
Wow. Oh,
So-
okay. So you're
So
Dr.
that is kind
Marlene.
of a very
Yeah.
big privilege in my lifetime to
Right,
have
of
that,
course.
and it's very
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I
So we should
appreciate
call
that.
you Dr. Marlene,
And-
yeah, right?
Well, that sounds so formal. It's
Yeah, but
just
You know,
Marlene,
when-
let me tell you a little
Uh-huh.
bit about the Platinum Jubilee, which
Yes.
is the 70 years of that is the last award, medal
Yes.
award,
I
Mm.
know.
because unfortunately we lost our sovereign head
Exactly.
this year
Yeah.
only. I always say rest in peace,
Mhm.
and we say God save our King Charles III.
Right.
Right.
And we sing also for him. I am a loyalist, with the nationalism of Canada.
Right.
Right.
So I'll be glad to be wearing that platinum and the what you call Diamond Jubilee Award on 19th of this month, when I'm having a member of parliament,
Mhm.
because they are completing 1 year
Mhm.
of their term to office.
Mhm.
And this lady who became the MP is from a Filipino community
Wow.
from Mississauga,
Mhm.
Statesville. You met her already on the Remembrance Day.
Oh, okay.
So, and she's
Mhm.
coming, and we are having a reception also. We'll be having a
Amazing.
cake cutting.
Mm.
Wow.
And I also invited the Consul General of Philippines
Wonderful.
to come and grace the occasion.
Wonderful.
And there will be our ex-senator's wife, Rosemar, our
Mhm.
longtime friend.
Right.
So how can I forget our old friends?
Right.
Otherwise, Anvarga was so close. He used to
Yeah.
come in, always give a hug.
Mhm. That is true.
And Rosemar was also so loving
Wow.
and caring. So
Mhm.
I've invited I don't forget
No.
the old
That's
friendships.
the wonderful thing about you.
I remember them.
Because look
And
at you, you've invited me.
Yeah,
you
and
don't
Varga has
forget,
gone untimely death while on duty. He was in Colombia and he had a massive heart attack, and a senator of Canada died all of a sudden. But we can't forget his services.
Yeah,
He
He's a
rendered
very
to
good man.
Canada.
Yeah, very good
Yeah.
man.
So wherever I meet with dignity, respect with Rosemary.
Yeah, that's
Right.
amazing. That's amazing. And
Yeah.
you know,
So I do my best
and you
because-
always are there for your friends, which is
Yeah,
which
he's
is
because I don't forget. Because still, wherever she meets me at the events, she comes running
yeah,
and
I
she
know
hugs
that.
me.
Yeah, she's always very.
She's always very warm-hearted and a very
nice.
so. I'm
Yes.
having a very exclusive event of 19 with only 3-4 guests, not more guests, because these are VIPs.
Right.
And we want to do in a very elaborate manner,
Right.
followed by a reception, cake cutting, national anthem of Canada and Philippines.
Amazing. That's a lot of.
So I'm working already. You won't believe I've started work 2 weeks ago ahead.
Wow.
And today only I sent an invite to the Consul General of Philippines
Wonderful. Yeah.
to come and grace the occasion, because he won't be coming and gracing the Voice of Canada. He will be participating, but he will be going to pay respect to her MP, who is a Filipino
Oh, that's amazing.
in Canada. And he should be proud of her because she's playing such an important role.
Right.
Right.
And she's the first member of parliament in Ontario from Philippines.
Oh, that's
Wow.
amazing. Yeah.
And Anvaraga was the first senator.
Yes. Yes, I know.
Okay, so we move on to a very different topic
Mhm.
because we already know you're a dynamic lady, so you have different thing in your life. So, Marlene, you are like from 15 years, you have been an entrepreneur. So, talk about your business. Like, what business are you into? What sector? What domain? Who are your target customers and things like that, so that the viewer knows the other side of you.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I know that in the bio it says 15 years online, but
Oh.
I've been a businesswoman for like more than 30 years.
Oh, okay.
And so I like my personality and from where I
Mhm.
come from, I'm very diverse. So my businesses are also diverse.
Okay.
So inform our
that's
viewers
interesting.
which year you migrated to Canada.
Well, I came here about 35 years ago.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. You're much senior to me.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm 25 years.
Really? Oh,
So
okay.
you are Canadian
Yeah,
proper.
so come here, you have to do something and, you have to start earning a living because you
Yeah.
come at an age where
Yeah.
you can't go backwards. So I
Right.
started a business.
Mhm.
They're very diverse I used to have a trucking company and
Oh,
Wow,
really?
wow, that's a man's work.
Yeah.
I owned the company, but I didn't do
You used to
it.
drive also?
No,
No.
I'm not a good
Okay.
driver.
Yeah.
I thought you were driving
We had-
between Canada
we had
and
a-
Canada and US.
No, we had a team
Uh-huh.
of people that worked, and
Okay.
I owned a beauty salon because I
Oh,
was
okay.
fascinated with makeup and beauty
yeah,
and all
right.
that. Typical
So
woman.
there also you were involved in person doing the
Oh
service.
yeah, I had my
Okay.
license and I opened up
Ah,
a spa in
uh-huh.
She's
Markham,
always a very
Thornhill.
enterprising lady.
Wow.
And
Along
I-
with politics, she
yeah,
was
and then
involved
I-
in here and
yeah.
there.
Yes.
And then of course I had a dry
Mhm.
cleaning business next
Oh.
door
Oh,
to
wow.
that.
Okay.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
And I had a tea room because I loved high teas, afternoon and high teas. So I had
High
a
tea, I'll
room.
one day invite you in
That's
Mississauga
diverse.
or
Yeah.
Milton. There are two very specialized high tea places because my background is from England.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yes,
I
so
know
you
what is
know.
high tea.
I
Otherwise,
I love it.
Canadians don't
Yeah.
understand what is high tea.
So it's called the
Actually.
Victorian
Mhm.
Tea Room, and it was
Uh-huh.
very busy. And in fact, we had a lot of conservative people coming
Oh,
because they
okay.
knew I was
Uh-huh,
conservative.
What locations were there?
It was all in Thornhill, in Markham,
Thornhill.
and then I
Thornhill.
had an immigration
Nice
office
area. The
because
location is
yeah,
was
very good.
So you
Yes.
were also into immigration
Yes, I was a
services? Okay.
licensed immigration consultant.
oh, wow.
Yes.
And what else?
So my immigration was actually one of the very
Mhm.
interesting career that I had
Mhm.
because I had an opportunity to travel a lot.
Mhm.
And my biggest achievement was bringing our former president, Dr. Abdul Kalam, here to sign an
very good.
MOU.
The scientist.
Wow.
Yes, between
Uh-huh.
Anna University in Tamil Nadu,
Mhm.
where I was born,
Okay.
and Waterloo.
Mhm.
And so that was one of the big achievements I did.
Of course, it is big
And
achievement.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
now currently I'm an officiant and I do weddings.
Yeah.
We'll be taking a short break and be with you shortly. Welcome back after a short break in our weekly talk show, Voice of Canada, hosted by your own host, Asphandiar Wadiwalla. Our tonight's co-host is Kamini Singh.
Hello. Welcome
And
back.
we have got a dynamo guest,
Oh, of course.
Marlene
Gallyot,
Gallyot.
right?
So, Marlene, now currently you are in the news again. Lots of people tell me, would you like to do a destination wedding?
Right.
And you are in that, and why contact Marlene and she will arrange from A to Z. And and you told me later on when I contacted you, you said you have got arrangements in Cuba.
Right.
So will you emphasize and tell in detail our viewers and us what all you do, which is the resort, how many places, how many locations that resort is, and what else you are doing?
Well, this is now, after politics, this is the most calming and rewarding job that I like
People are
to do.
taking interest.
Yes,
Lots of
and,
young
and
couples.
already I'm an officiant. I signed your legal paperwork in Ontario when you get married, and I
Okay.
do weddings, right?
So
in
you issue
Ontario.
marriage license too,
I signed the paperwork.
and even the divorce too.
That, no, I don't. I only want the
Because in
happy.
Cuba you get divorce in one day.
No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's
So,
not true.
like when you say paperwork in the sense,
Yeah, so when you
help
get the
them-
license, I
Mhm.
am the legal person to sign your documents once
Okay.
I confirm that they do
Mhm.
their vows.
As justice of peace.
Like a justice of the peace,
Peace,
correct.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So I
Yeah.
do that, and I
Mhm.
do weddings, and I love to do the decor, and this is a calming job, rewarding.
Mhm.
And coming from India,
Yeah.
Cuba is a beautiful place. It's just
Right,
3.5
right.
hours from here.
Right.
And so my friend, who
Mhm.
is, I know his whole family, very proud of him from India to
Right.
actually open up resorts around the world. He's
Oh,
got
wow.
almost 48
And they
resorts.
are Indians.
He's an Indian. He's 48 resorts, and in Cuba alone,
All
he's
over.
got like 11 resorts.
In Cuba itself.
That's
In
correct.
Cuba itself, and
Wow.
And you know, they have Havana. They have 2 of them there. They
Mhm.
have one in Varadero,
Mhm.
and they
And
have in Cayo Santa Maria, which is
Santa
like
Maria.
an old
Wow, that is also a
Victorian style
place.
hotel.
Oh, okay.
And it was one of the first hotels built in Cayo Coco.
Uh-huh.
And of
yeah.
course, they have in Cayo Coco, they have
I feel
one,
like going to Cayo Coco because I've been
Yes,
to Havana
you should.
and Varadero
Well, he's got
so
in,
many times. I love that place, and Cuba is the place to go and relax.
Yes, wonderful.
So-
And
so
he's
come-
got 3 in Cayo Gayamo.
Uh-huh.
And of course, he's got one in Las
So,
Tunas.
do you also travel with the couple and the marriage party?
Well, no, I don't.
Because another friend of
But-
mine does from the Niagara region only.
Yeah.
I don't want to name from
Yeah.
Welland.
Yeah.
She's a conservative.
Yeah. Liana.
Yeah,
She's from
Liana.
Rose
So
City. She's
Liana
from
does
Rose
that.
City, yeah.
Liana does that with a travel agency. She
Yeah,
can
she's-
arrange a
she's an-
destination wedding.
Right.
So she is also in it, but she accompanies the marriage party.
I do. But at this point, my job as a consultant and in sales and marketing for weddings is
Oh,
I
okay.
do all their marketing work
Okay,
here.
I get it.
And then I facilitate for them. And
Uh-huh.
then the people in the hotels,
Mhm.
they have their own event planners
Definitely,
and coordinators.
everything is there.
and
Then
everything.
once you
So-
send the package, they know
Exactly.
what to do.
Exactly.
So your would be marketing about the package or the
Marketing,
wedding.
selling of the
Sales
wedding,
and marketing.
destination wedding.
Oh,
right.
So you have an Indian background, right? So
Right.
the weddings that you kind of sell or you promote or
Any
you kind of
community.
arrange.
It's
Anybody,
any wedding.
Canadians, not only Indians.
But
No,
anybody.
but
it's
what I
from
want to
Canada.
ask is like, if say now, because we know we have a background, so it's
Mhm.
easier for, how we call the Indian big tartar wedding kind of thing, like
Yes.
all those rituals
Yeah, yeah,
and
so
all
you
those
can
things.
do
the thing
everything.
is, before,
Yeah.
they never used to have Indian weddings in Cuba because
Uh-huh.
the food is a little more bland,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
But now
Mhm.
everything is changing. The government
right.
is more relaxed.
Uh-huh.
You can actually bring your spices into the country. In fact, you're going to
Okay.
sign
But do you
agreements.
know, Marlene, that in Havana,
Yes.
there is a statue of Gandhiji?
I think I saw that,
Uh-huh.
See, you
Yes,
asked me.
yeah.
I have been to that
Have
park.
you ever been to Hogan? They've got 2 beautiful resorts in
a
Hogan
lovely
too.
Yeah.
and over in that park, you will see mostly Indians
Uh-huh.
coming and paying homage to
Oh,
the
I have to
statue of
go.
Gandhiji.
Yeah.
Gandhiji, he's
Huh.
wherever.
He's
Yeah,
well
yeah,
respected,
yeah.
and I also told the organizer, I want to go and visit the park where Gandhiji
You
is,
should.
Mhm.
and he took me.
Yeah.
He says, yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Wonderful.
I want to pay respects to him. We
Wow.
love him.
Mhm.
He's the founder of India and the
That's true.
subcontinent.
Mhm.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, coming back to what we
the
were saying
wedding
about
segment. Yeah. So what happens is the best part is Mr. Muthu.
Okay.
He is the only one that has opened an Indian restaurant in his resort.
He's serving
Oh,
Indian
okay.
dishes and
Indian
food.
food.
Lovely, lovely.
And some of them he's made even a Bollywood stage,
Wow.
which
Wow.
is amazing.
So
And
performers are there, the Indian style
so
performers.
Cubans are great dancers,
Uh-huh.
and
That
they
I
can
know.
copy.
They
They
can
can
copy.
copy. But if
Yeah.
a couple wants to get married, then they
Right.
want to bring their troupe
Right,
with
right, right.
dancers.
You can do
etc.
that too.
Yeah.
Do that,
Uh-huh.
and also if you want to bring your own cook,
You
they
You can
bring
arrange the cook
bring your
too.
spices,
Oh,
and we give
lovely.
them part of the kitchen to
Oh, I
use.
see.
Wow,
So that
wow.
makes it so much easier for
Like
couples.
home.
Like home, exactly.
So if forget about Indian or not Indian, but if anybody, even if they're not Indian, but they
Yes.
like in a young couple, they see, you know, how fascinated people get with the
Right.
Bollywood, and they want to go
Oh, they
have a
love it.
destination
Yeah, they love
wedding
it. Yeah.
and have all those rituals, like, you know, the fera and
Oh,
all
yes.
those.
But I
haldi and
asked you
everything.
later on,
That
I'm
is-
asking her about the fera or the tokri.
Yes.
Both can be arranged.
Yeah,
Everything,
wedding.
everything
That
can
comes
be
in the-
arranged.
That comes in later in the
Yes.
questions I asked you.
Even they
Okay.
do, yeah, they
That's
do
your,
everything.
Yes.
asking about.
Okay. So the next I would ask, of course, when it is wedding, you have your budget and all.
Yes.
So if you want to advise like somebody coming to you because
What
you're
should be
marketing,
the minimum and maximum?
what
There is no limit. Sky
expectation?
is the limit.
Yeah,
but
but
what
what would-
minimum budget a couple should have, and how many guests can accompany that in that budget?
Yes. So the thing is, you can have a package
Mhm.
made, whether it's for the couple or for
Okay.
their guests, their family and friends.
And the marriage party,
Exactly. So the package includes your flight,
Okay.
boarding,
your
lodging,
hotel, your
Uh-huh.
food, and your
airport pick and drop.
drinks.
That's all inclusive in
everything.
Cuba. Yeah.
And then if you're getting married there,
Mhm.
it's the cheapest.
Oh, is it?
It's cheap.
Yeah.
It's very
Cheapest,
cheap.
very
So
cheap.
it's between
Right.
between $1,000 to 3,000, maximum 5,000. You can have a
Mhm.
gorgeous, beautiful
We
wedding.
did in 3,000
Yes.
Oh,
destination
really?
wedding.
Yes.
Okay.
We had what you call tourist. When
Correct.
we went first time, we
Mhm.
Canadians, we went for the soccer team to watch the soccer team between Cuba and Canada.
Mhm.
And luckily, Canada won, and she was our advisor on traveling and this and that. So she was getting married. So we all promised her, you get married in 6 months' time, we will come. We will bring everything, even the wedding gown we brought. We took so many things. She was dying to have a laptop of her own because that time the internet facilities were not that advanced.
Yes.
So we took that. We took lots of gifts for her,
Mhm.
and we had a lavish wedding
Mhm.
in Cuba at Veradaro on the resort,
Mhm.
and the cost was not more than
Yes.
3,500.
Yes, correct.
And how we enjoyed for 2-3
Yes.
days.
So you get all your food
So much of
provided.
food,
So
so
you-
much of
Yes, and
So
as a
you-
couple, they
Uh-huh.
upgrade everything. You upgrade your room, you get
Uh-huh.
your cake, your champagne, your rehearsal dinner.
Wow.
You know, if you
Uh-huh.
want, and the extras are there, of course.
Right,
you know,
right.
you like for the DJ, you want to go for sightseeing.
Whatever extras, plus
And
that
it's
is
normal,
everything.
every
That's
hotel
every
So
has to
as
do
a
that.
marketing person, you
Mhm.
will be able to put the package together, like the.
I will get them if they call me. Then
Uh-huh.
I can help to arrange because I'm from Canada, and
Yeah,
like
right.
90% of them Canadians that go there.
Because the
Oh.
tourists are Canadians.
Yeah.
Yes,
Americans hardly
Yes.
go there. Still, they
Because
have
of
got
the-
diplomatic
exactly,
problems over there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they love Canadians,
Canadians
and 90%.
Mhm.
And that's why we always smile and say that the best destination for vacation for poor Canadians is Cuba.
It's Cuba.
So
It's
I
true.
would, coming back to the budget, I would say,
Yeah.
people back home, they are going for a destination wedding and all, they're spending
They spend
far more than this. And this
Exactly.
is really very
And I think
good to
COVID has
know.
changed the perspective of how they look at weddings
Right,
now.
yeah.
Before it was our.
So you mean the minimum should be 3,000 US
maybe
to 5,000?
exactly, maybe
In between.
even less. It could be even less. It depends what.
And how
you
many
want,
guests
right?
they can have? 50 guests?
It's up to them.
Up to them.
How many people that they are going to
Right.
bring for their group.
Right.
And sometimes we have a lot of Canadians marrying Cuban citizens.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
the Canadians go in there,
Mhm.
and then the Cubans get a day pass to come in for the wedding.
Mhm.
Oh.
So they only pay for the dinner and the
Lovely,
Yeah,
lovely.
so
Wow,
so
yeah.
I think it's changed a lot. The Cuban government, they
With
relaxed.
the new government after the Castros left,
Yeah.
there's a new president
Yes, they
now,
have
and
relaxed
they have
everything.
relaxed
Mhm.
laws, and we sincerely hope that they have better diplomatic ties with US.
Yes.
They can flourish like
Oh
anything.
yes, they are
If-
doing very well right now. The electricity is good. They are learning
Internet
to
has
grow.
improved,
Improved a lot.
and even
Wow.
their
Yes.
specialty restaurants and resorts have
Right.
improved.
And this man is the first person to have Indian restaurants. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you
So
can't
it's
go
a
wrong.
great
You
news
can't
for
go wrong,
our intending couples
Yes.
who would like to get married.
Yes.
Go ahead and
Yes.
get married in
Yeah, of
Cuba.
course.
Or
Yes.
those who are already married also can even go to Cuba and get married.
No, they can.
renew their vows.
No, they
Renew
do.
the vows.
Like,
Yes.
like for us, it's like every 25 years when you're 20,
Yeah,
it's
you
on your
renew your
25th,
vows.
you do actually
Exactly.
go do the fairas and
Exactly.
everything. That's
Mhm.
even the one who's married can
Exactly.
do that. Like, oh my God, this is
And
so
if
nice
they want
know.
to get legally done here and just
Uh-huh.
celebrate it there, I'm here to sign their paperwork.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
if they want to legally get it there,
Uh-huh.
there are people from the that can arrange an officiant like me,
Right.
and I think it's $550
Oh, wow,
to get
wow.
your legal part of it done there.
Oh,
So
okay,
it's
okay.
all very
Yeah.
convenient.
Very easy,
Very
and even the
straightforward.
priest
Yeah.
comes, and I've seen the Cuban
Yes.
priest coming. taking the vows in about 10 minutes time and the couple is married.
And you know what's the exciting news
Mhm.
too? I was talking to the Consul General of Cuba.
Mhm.
They also want to do halal,
Wow,
which will
wow.
attract more of the Muslim
More of the Muslim
community.
population, yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
lots of them
And
that-
Arabs.
Yes,
And Arabs
they,
also.
they love to come there. So
Right.
we are going to work on that.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, so much of thing in you, but this part, it's
I love
exciting.
it.
It's very
Yeah,
exciting.
it's exciting. Yeah.
Marlene, elaborate about the entertainment part, because whenever we go to Cuba, every night we see lots of entertainment they
Mhm.
provide.
Mhm.
The hotel provides variety of entertainment,
Mhm.
not only on the stage, but even they have a beach night
Correct. They
when
do.
we have the games and all playing on the
Yes.
beach, performers performing
Yes.
on the beach. So it's a very, very exciting time. Night time, we never used to go to bed before 2 a.m. in
Oh,
Cuba.
really?
Wow.
Plus Cuban is very, very popular with the people who drink. 24 hours the bar is
The
open.
bar is open.
Ah.
I have seen people and the tourists drinking in the morning first. They won't have breakfast. They will run to the bar and
Mhm.
have a drink.
Mhm.
Wow.
So these are the all plus points
These are
which
the-
has got negativity also, but still Cuba is open.
Yes, it's
Mm.
pretty.
It's open for business.
exactly.
And they are trying to
Exactly.
improve. Previously, we had lots of complaints about the foods,
Yes.
food in
And
Cuba.
now it's
But
changing
now
a
they are
lot, yeah.
improving a lot because their food are supplied by the government,
Yes.
Mhm.
government chains. They don't have their own independent chains.
Okay.
So I would like to quote an incident. One morning in Cuba, Varadaro Resort,
Mhm.
I asked for a butter. I said, how come I don't see butter here? Every day I used to take butter from this
Mhm.
spot where
Mhm.
bread and jams are there and cheese is there. So he says, sir, today the supplies from the government, the butter did not come.
Which year are you talking about?
I'm talking not that very
Not
far
so
off, 5
long.
years
Yeah,
ago.
Really? Oh no, it's
5
changed.
years ago.
Well, in the Muttu hotels, there's lots of butter.
Acha.
Oh, okay.
Then there is the heavy,
It was
heavy
not
shortage,
There's
heavy
lots of butter,
shortage of
lots of
beef.
cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another shortage we
Yeah,
found was
some-
a shortage of beef
Mhm.
You know, I think now,
in Cuba.
yeah, because I traveled from Hogan, one of the
Mhm.
very beautiful resorts, to Keokoko. It's like
Mhm.
about 8 hours by taxi.
Because Veradero is a very hot place
Yes, all
in
the
Cuba.
whole of Cuba.
All of the Cuba.
But the thing is, I realize that gas right now is a
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah.
So when they don't have the gas, something is so difficult for them to take from one province to the other.
Mhm.
You know, the meats or
Uh-huh,
the vegetables or the
Mhm.
fruits. We tend to forget about all.
They are
these little
hardworking.
things.
They are doing the level
Yes,
best,
they're
I
doing-
would say.
exactly for the
Yeah.
amount
Because
we pay.
Yeah.
still they have got
yes.
shortages of various food
Correct.
items. Dairy products are always short.
We have
Milk,
to take that into
milk too.
consideration.
Fresh
Of
milk
course,
is
yeah.
sometimes
True.
fresh milk is not there. We can immediately feel it's a powdered milk
But
has
yes,
been provided.
yes.
All that
But
stuff.
we have to take all that.
We have to take it all
consideration,
because
and that's
we go
it's
for
so
a
much
vacation.
cheaper.
Yeah.
And
We go for a vacation
to get away from the cold.
Yeah.
You know?
get away from the cold. Plus, they are so hospitable.
And they
You
yes,
don't feel like complaining
100%.
also.
They are
Yeah.
always
They
very
are always
kind
welcoming.
and
Always
very-
welcoming.
And you know what's the nice part of it, Mr. Aspy, is
Mhm.
our Ministry for Tourism, the director,
Mhm.
Mr. Lesner,
Mhm.
in Canada, is so accommodating to
Uh-huh.
all the people that want to go there. He
Oh, okay.
answers all your questions,
really?
etc. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
he's a wonderful guy. He
They
has
have got a good
changed.
marketing because
Changed,
every
yes,
resort
amazing.
has got a guest relation manager.
Very, very
Plus,
true.
there is a tourist desk also.
Very
They
true.
provide very good service.
Yes. Very
Excellent
true.
services because I always use the hotel
Mhm.
services only for hiring a car or going up to Havana and all that
Right.
stuff. They do everything.
Have you ever tried going on to their old antique cars?
Yeah,
Oh, it's
we have taken a
amazing.
ride.
It's
With
beautiful.
old Chevrolets are there open.
Mhm.
We always in the evenings with friends, we hire
Oh,
that
really?
car and we roam around the downtown of Veradaro.
Kamini, I think it's time for you to
Yeah,
go.
it's time. I'm hearing so much about it. The next,
I think you should go
yeah,
there.
and 25th wedding, the retying of the vows, that's going to happen in Cuba for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We're
I
17 years married already.
will-
So,
really? So
yeah.
you're getting there?
Yeah, I'm getting there. Yeah. No, really, I'm serious
Oh,
about it.
I
like,
would
you
be
know,
honored.
yeah,
I will
yeah.
come there and I will
Yeah,
make
thank
sure to
you.
do it for you.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know.
So yeah, now off the topic of like moving on from this exciting topic, coming back to so Marlene, you said you are an immigrant, you come, or maybe you have a background from India, right? So
Mhm.
maybe you want to kind of share something around there, and now also currently who's in your family? Like talk about your family.
Just
and,
little
you know.
bit. We
So,
don't want to
you
know
I was-
intimately.
No,
I was
no.
born
We just
in
want
India.
you
of
born in
course,
India,
it's,
but
you know,
who all are with you here?
yeah. So
Your
I-
children are there,
Right,
siblings
yeah.
are there. Huh?
It
So I
always
was born in
inspires,
India,
right?
but
Yeah.
I have a mixed blood of Scottish, French, and Indian.
So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why we say you're
And then
Anglo-Indian.
they call us Anglo-Indians. The British gave us a name. They're
Yeah.
called Anglo-Indians. And in
Yeah.
47,
Britishers' name.
British
Yeah.
system.
I have friends.
So in 47, when we got the independence, a
Right.
lot of the young unions moved to Australia or
Right.
they went to Britain.
Yeah.
And so I came here, like, of course, after like 35 years, but my
Mhm.
parents stayed on for some time because we had things there that
Okay.
mattered.
Yeah.
I come from a very large family. We were 9 siblings.
Wow.
I lost a younger brother and
Uh-huh.
his wife in an accident.
Uh-oh.
And so I adopted both their 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
So I had my own 2 biological children, and then I suddenly had 4.
Okay.
Of course, it's a long time ago. It
Yeah.
happened in 98.
Okay.
And I studied in India, and, I did my physics there.
Okay.
And now I am in Canada,
Yeah.
Okay, will be soon running out
Yeah.
of time,
Oh, okay.
so we must push out with the question. Otherwise, the questions will be remaining.
Okay.
So, Marlene, tell our viewers something more about the beautiful city Niagara on the Lake, which I love.
Yes.
There is not a single trip to Niagara Falls that we don't go to Niagara on the Lake,
Yeah.
because I've got friends. I've got one relative also who stays in Niagara on the Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I love that famous hotel.
Oh, the Queensland.
Yeah. And I love, and even next time, so I have made my plans. They have got lots of wineries and restaurants, which even gives boarding and lodging.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Completely Niagara on the Lake.
Correct.
And it's entirely a different
Niagara
scenario.
on the Lake is a tourist area.
Tourist area.
And,
And a Scottish town.
True. And probably 75% of them are all B&Bs.
We'll be taking a short break and be with you shortly. Welcome back after a short break.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm so lucky because I used to live in Markham for a long time and then moved to Niagara on the Lake. It's like 10 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Right. Yeah.
We are surrounded by vineyards. My backyard
Vineyards,
is got
beautiful.
vineyards.
That's a place for
It's-
wine,
yeah.
and
And
especially for producing ice
Yes,
wine.
I brought you a bottle
The
from
ice
Niagara.
wine,
I know you don't
and I
drink.
always buy. Whenever I'm in Niagara, I don't miss the chance. We visit one of the wineries. We go there, we taste the wine and bring the best.
Very excited. I moved from Markham to Niagara on the Lake. It's a
Right.
beautiful place.
It's a wonderful city.
It's a tourist area.
Right.
I'm surrounded with vineyards. You can't go wrong over there.
Oh,
And
vineyards are our blessings.
and 10
Right.
minutes from Niagara
Niagara
Falls.
Falls. Yeah.
I have a B&B. It's called Niagara Vineyard View Guest House. And
Wow.
we give bicycles for the tourists to come
Uh-huh.
there and take the bicycles to go on their tours.
Wow.
So I am excited about staying there. And I would love you to also.
Definitely.
visit.
That's my promise to you.
Yeah.
In spring, we will be coming.
Yes, I
Yeah.
would love
And
to.
we'll be staying one night
At least.
Yeah.
at least one night,
Yeah.
because I want to have a feel of Niagara on the Lake.
Yes, you
There
should.
is one butterfly sanctuary or something.
There is, it's
that
in
is in
Niagara
Niagara.
Falls.
I have
yeah.
been
That is
there
in
3
Niagara.
times for my kids.
Really?
Yeah.
That is in the
that's
Niagara,
nice.
but this sanctuary is in Niagara.
It's
And
very
even
unique.
they have got the SeaWorld or something. Right?
Right, they have a
Yeah.
lot.
Lot
Okay.
of things over there. But the thing is, Niagara on the Lake has got different.
It's very
I
unique.
always make it a point to also have lunch at the golf course
Oh,
of
yes.
Niagara on the Lake.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Mhm.
place, and they
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
that this man
At the
will
golf
come
club.
to have lunch.
Yeah.
And it's facing both the Canada and USA.
Right.
We can see both sides
Yes.
from
yes,
the
which
from
is
the
really
golf
amazing.
club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the advantage. So one very important question before we go, we need to ask you. So Marlene, as you are holding a bridal show this month on 13th, 14th and 15th of Jan, so maybe you want to share with the viewers
What is
it
that all
exactly,
about,
what
and where you are
costumes,
holding, and what is the location,
everything, like whatever details.
and what
Yeah.
you're going to portray, Canadian wedding dresses or Indian what?
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the first biggest show that the Muthu hotels I'll be doing for them.
Okay.
So it's at the Metro Toronto Convention Center.
Oh, okay.
And
Tell us if we have got time, we may pop in.
yes, you should.
Mm-hmm.
So the 13th, it starts in the afternoon because
Okay.
we have a morning to set up, and then it's on the 14th and the 15th as well, the
Okay.
whole day.
Uh-huh.
And we'll be portraying all that Muthu hotels offer on that day, from
Oh,
packages
okay.
for weddings, and they have one hotel. It's called the Rainbow Hotel in Kia Coco, which is the LGBT community.
I see.
And now, because Cuba has become so relaxed and so open about gays and lesbians,
yeah, right.
this hotel has become very popular. So we'll be portraying all of those things, Indian segments of weddings, all kinds
They
of
are very
weddings.
open, because I
Yes,
found
they
out
are.
that as far as the crimes are concerned,
Right.
for tourists, Cuba is the safest.
Yes, it is.
Safest.
Yeah.
The police in plain clothes,
Yeah.
they will drag the Cubans. If
Right.
they see if anybody is bullying you or is
Mhm.
accompanying you,
Mhm.
they won't tolerate
Yeah.
them.
Right.
And I remember from the hotel, we had some Cuban guests.
Right.
So we went for a disco,
Mhm.
and they said, "Sir, you all can go inside, sit, have a drink.
Mhm.
These ladies will join you after 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So the IDs were taken. They were asked questions from. Then they verified that they are from the hotel where these guests are staying.
Mhm.
So they said, okay.
Yeah, they're
They are
very-
so
Security,
particular.
Yeah.
they're very they
Very
protect
particular.
you.
Yeah.
They protect you in the
Uh-huh.
resorts. And don't forget, we never talk about the wonderful Cuban cigars. You know,
Oh, I
famous
always buy
cigars.
for my
Yeah.
guests. I don't
Yeah.
smoke. I'm not a smoker.
So,
But I
But you
get
can
the
get-
cigars
Yeah.
because somebody who likes to have Cuban
Yeah.
cigar, I keep in my house
Yeah.
and I give as a gift.
Okay, so but
As a
coming back to
souvenir.
this bridal show, maybe you want to talk about the format exactly.
Yeah,
what it
so
is there.
so at the show, I will be there with my assistant.
Mhm.
It'll all be set up to give you that feeling of you going to the Caribbean to get
okay.
married.
Okay.
And I will have the director for Ministry of Tourism, Mr.
Mhm.
Lessner,
Mhm.
and I also would have the general manager for Hola Sun Vacation, which is a Cuban.
Yeah, Holasan is a very
Yes.
popular vacation.
Yes, he's
Uh-huh.
very good. So
Uh-huh.
they will be there, so I can explain about the weddings to anyone who wants to know.
Wants to have more
And if they
questions,
want a
queries.
package, there is Mr. Hugo, and then if they want to know more about Cuba in general and
Mhm.
whatever questions they have, then Mr. Lessner will be there as well.
I see.
So
okay.
it's all very nicely done, and we have the wedding packages.
Oh,
We
okay.
have
to offer that.
we
Okay.
have the brochures. We have everything. So this is the perfect opportunity for brides. If
Right,
you're like getting married,
exactly.
you want to renew your vows. Come
Go
in.
ahead.
Come to my
Don't
booth.
Take
wait.
advantage.
Don't wait.
Yes.
Everything
Yeah.
is
My
open for
booth
you.
is
Marlene is here. Think that Cuba is here in Canada.
And my booth number is 1007.
Or you can
can't
contact
go
us,
around.
care of Voice of
And
Canada also.
That could not be better place to contact right
us
here.
and we will forward your queries immediately
Yes.
and connect you to Marlene.
Yes, and this is the
So, Marlene, I
yes.
know this is something as a customer I'm asking. If somebody who's there,
Yes.
are they getting some special prizes or something that you're offering?
Yeah,
on the day
discount.
or
Of
in
course,
that
we
Cuba
will-
is on discount.
We will make sure that
Yeah.
you're taken good care of.
Good
Yeah.
care of and a good
Say-
price.
And,
With a-
and,
with a
and
good
you
price.
you can't go wrong with the deals in Cuba.
Great.
So
Right.
we have great people working in every hotel.
Yeah.
And if ever we can always go together. I can show you
of course.
Cuba.
Yeah, it
Marlene
would be
Gallyot,
exciting.
My production is giving me a signals that the time for Marlene is over for this episode. So we will be, God willing, after a few months, keep in touch.
Yes,
We
I
are
will.
long-time friends.
Yes.
Keep in touch. So I can immediately again call you if you have got some exciting news
Yes.
to give.
Yes.
You're most welcome. This is think it's your show.
Thank you very much.
And we will always welcome you. With that note, we'll be ending the episode with Marlene Gallyot,
Yes, thank you
my
very
longtime
much.
friend
Mhm.
and a sporting friend, I would say,
And a dynamic lady, I would add.
and a dynamic lady. So, viewers of Voice of Canada, we'll be signing off for this evening. Keep watching our show every Saturday at 8 p.m. It's been widely watched. Our show is being shown on Facebook, on our channel, on a satellite and IPTV boxes. So you can see our show worldwide. So do keep watching our show and let us know about your comments and any suggestions so we can further improve. With that note, your host Asphandiar Wadiwalla and co-host Kamini Singh will be saying goodbye, good night, God bless Canada.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Marlene.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.